I uploaded a video today on Blizzard announcing Season 2 at Gamescom. I received a lot of comments on that video. One of the comments was advising me that Rod Ferguson had done some interviews and if I could do a video on those interviews after looking into it. And I have to say, I did that. And after reading those interviews, the picture of what's going on at Blizzard becomes more and more clearer. Okay, so Eshawn William from Gaming Deputy interviewed Rod Ferguson and Chris Wilson yesterday, and we're not going to go through all of it. There's a lot of Q&A here, but I do want to focus in on a couple of the questions and the responses, as it, to me, provides some insight and clarity into what is happening and what's going on with Diablo 4. So, initially they lob them a softball and say, the game has been highly anticipated. And so they're talking about the success and all this stuff. And question number 2 is about us, the gaming community, and how demanding we are. And, Rod goes into, discussing that topic and balancing it. And then question 3, the question was, Diablo 4 Season 1 is currently underway and is scheduled to last until mid-October, October 17th to be exact. Do you plan to add other events and or other content elements over the weeks? It's a good question. We're only a month into Season 1, so there's a lot more game time in Season 1. And considering what's the environment is right now, I think that's a good question. And Chris Wilson from Diablo 4 dev team said, with the announcement of Season 2, you would suspect that no new content will be added to the premiere. By mid-October, however, balancing patches will be deployed as well as bug fixes. So, to me, looks like nothing's happening as far as new stuff until Season 2, which we already know what that is. We won't go into it. Now, the next question was about Season 1 incorporating new gameplay mechanics. Can we imagine that this will be the case for the next one? And if so, can you tell us about it? And Chris Wilson answered this question. The big gameplay update was shown to you yesterday during opening night live, and will be the ability to use vampiric powers. Season 2 should also integrate new elements such as bosses, enemies, legendary objects, unique objects, and obviously, you're waiting for this, a new battle pass. Aren't you guys excited? A new battle pass. We look forward to seeing you at the beginning of October for a complete presentation of how this season works. This is where it gets interesting, guys. Question 5. Can you tell us about the 2 expansions that are planned for the game? Big question, right? And Rod Ferguson, no, not yet. The team was busy with Season 1, and now they are focusing on developing the second. Now, to my understanding, the game was launched in June. Season 1 launched in July. And they were already in testing. I've said this before in other videos. They were already testing Season 1. They're almost finished testing Season 1 when they launched the game. So, not sure how they were busy with Season 1. But okay. But you see he couldn't elaborate on expansions, right? Gets better. Diablo 4 launched with 5 playable classes. We imagine that you plan to add more in the future. Have you already chosen the one that will come next? Rod Ferguson's response. He laughs. It's too early to talk about it. It's too early to talk about it. So you take it for what it is. Everyone can have their own interpretation, and I don't have anything against Rod Ferguson. He's a smart guy. He actually created one of the games that are endearing to me, and Gears. He was involved with Gears, so he's obviously in the position that he's in because he's a smart guy. He knows what he's doing. This has nothing to do with Rod. But I just don't understand how that question goes unanswered. It's too early to talk about it. Now, I've kind of gotten to know over my time diving into Diablo 4 and Blizzard and all the people that are involved with the game vis-a-vis the development team. You know, we've watched several campfires now. I've read a lot of statements from these people, and although I have never personally met them, you know, I've seen how they interact at the campfire and how do they answer questions in interviews. Now, of course, on paper you can't get a vibe off a person, but the combination of the interviews, the written interviews, and I've also seen podcasts with them. So it's not just what I'm showing you. There's a lot of stuff on video that I've watched that I haven't talked about. But my point is, you know, you kind of get a vibe off of a person. You know, I've been doing Diablo 4 videos since it launched. And to me, I get the impression that the development team at Diablo 4 has the kind of attitude, of course, they're not going to share stuff before they want to share it. But if they do have stuff that they want to share, they always throw a little teaser. This is not a teaser. This is, no, there's nothing to talk about. It's too early. Like, he didn't say it like that, but if they had something, he would have given a little teaser. In my opinion, I might be wrong. Anyway, like, what an answer. That's, you know, and I'll circle back to this. So those are pretty revealing answers, in my opinion. Now, there's this other article that I found, and this was posted yesterday. And Rod Ferguson comments on disastrous season 1 start. Okay. I don't know who conducted this interview, but I'm going to read some stuff to you. So as Diablo 4 navigates in its inaugural season, Rod Ferguson, the franchise general manager, shed light on the community's feedback and the game's road ahead during an interview at Gamescom 2023. Addressing the largely critical response to the game's debut season, Ferguson admitted, "We recognize our missteps in setting the right expectations. While our intentions were geared towards the game's enhancements, we missed a few crucial steps along the way. Our approach was to quickly deliver what we believe was 2/3 of the solution, intending to provide the remaining later. Unfortunately, this didn't resonate with our players." Elaborating on the game updates, he added, "Our initial focus was heavily on buff-oriented changes. The idea of ensuring viability for all build types and creating an even playing field for our players should have been communicated more proactively." He further acknowledged the game's communication gap. The key issue was expectation management. We typically release patch notes concurrently with patches, rather than previewing changes in advance via live streams. While we tried to keep our players updated with frequent patch notes post Diablo 4's June launch, we now see the importance of proactive communication. Highlighting the lessons learned from Season 1 and the measures being adopted for Season 2, Ferguson shared, "We've incorporated feedback through surveys, telemetry, developer streams, and roundtables. Our aim is to ensure a more holistic gaming experience based on our research in the game and in-game experiences." Looking to the future with optimism, Ferguson remarked, "The primary takeaway for us is the imperative need to manage expectations effectively. We are committed to enhancing our game continually." So what's revealing in this interview? The head of Diablo 4, from a development side, is, according to him, and this is my interpretation, correct me if I'm wrong. So basically, the two main themes here was, when asked what happened, like, this is disastrous, what's going on, he said the reasons were that they didn't manage expectations properly and they need to be better communicators. Not that the game has the game has not enough endgame content. He mentions balanced classes. Game doesn't have balanced classes. It's getting closer. And for him, managing expectations is a priority. So, these are the two interviews that I read tonight. And for those of you that have watched previous videos, the picture is clearer and clearer to me. And again, nothing against these people. They are there for a reason, and this is not a personal attack against anybody. But when you're the head of development for a game, that's the person I'm going to be talking about. And we all know where the game is right now. So like I said, in my video about why Blizzard can't fix it, and if you haven't watched it, I encourage you to go watch it. I'll put a link in the description. And it explains my thoughts on why Blizzard can't fix this game. And after reading these two interviews, it just reaffirms my opinion that they do not have a roadmap after Season 2. They don't. And I'm not going to go through all the stuff, but to me, my opinion, this reaffirms it. They didn't want to talk about adding a brand new class in the future. It's too early to talk about. And this interview here, you know, in my video today, I used the term tone deaf. Do you need further proof? Communication and expectations? I understand they're important, of course. But in this document, in this interview, should be, you know, why there's not enough endgame content. Why were classes not on all the classes on the same level field? And why did you buff, nerf, buff, nerf, buff? You know, that kind of stuff. So it only reaffirms my position. They don't have anything past Season 2. Hence why they're currently looking for a season developer, because they got nothing after Season 2. Anyway, I was asked to look into these, read them, do a video, and I did that. And thank you. I don't remember the person's name, But thank you for making that suggestion in the comments on the video today, because this added another layer of clarity for me that, and reaffirms, sorry, that there's no roadmap after season 2. And I did contemplate not doing this video because I want to talk positive about this game, but you guys that have watched my videos know I do want it to succeed. I want it to succeed. So I will continue to talk about it, good or bad, because my end state, my little puny voice, my end state is I want to continue to talk about it and keep the dialogue open, because hopefully this falls on the right ears and the game gets fixed, because I haven't logged on and played Diablo 4. It's been 2 days now. That's the most for me. I know a lot of you have already left. So, but anyway, that's the rationale. And like I said in other videos, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. This is the current affairs of it. And I think I would be doing my community a disservice if I was sugarcoating it. And it's my opinion. So, and it's how I feel. I'm not going to lie about it. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. Don't want to get anybody in trouble. It's just my opinion. So let me know what your thoughts in the comments section. For those of you that are new and this is the first video of mine you've watched, if you could please find it in your heart to like, comment, or subscribe, I would appreciate it. My YouTube channel is only over a couple of months old, and we're growing it little by little, and I would appreciate your support. No problem if you can't. I understand. There's a lot of people out there with content, so I get it. And for those of you that have subscribed, continue to comment, continue to send me DMs to and encouragement. God bless you. Thank you so much. You have no idea how much it means to me that you continue to support my content. It makes me want to create more and more and more. So thank you for that. And as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.